Okay, so here's day 2 of the multi-step equations. Sometimes they look a little funky and they have fractions in them, and we can think about undoing them. I'm going to show you 2 ways on how to do this. One way I like the best is proportion, and then another way we're going to solve this using just undoing. So here we go. We're going to start over here. It's x plus 6 divided by 5 equals 10. So we want to get x by itself, but in order to get x by itself, we have to undo this division. Okay, so since it's being dividing by 5, to get rid of the 5, we must do the inverse operation. And remember, the inverse of division is multiplication. So I'm going to multiply by 5 both sides, so x plus 6 would equal 50. And now we want to undo this operation, and x plus 6, the operation between is adding, and the inverse of adding is subtracting. So we have 50 here, so I'm going to subtract 6, and x will equal 46. And we can check this. 46 plus 6 divide by 5, does that equal 10? And it's not going to. Oh, 44. My bad. Oh, there we go. Now that makes sense. See? When I double checked my math, I remembered 50 minus 6 is not 46, it's 44 actually. Duh, Miss Matchkey. But that's alright. We make mistakes and we get over it. Alright. Another one, so x plus 6 is being divided by, we want to get rid of the division. And the only operation for, the operation between this is division. So we must do the opposite, which is to multiply. And we multiply by 4 here, multiply by 4 here. 7y plus 3 equals 24. And now we have to get rid of the 7y alone. So we have to get rid of the 3. The 3 is being added. So we have to do the opposite, which is subtraction. So we have 24, so we have to subtract 3, and we have 21. Now to get y alone, what do we have to do? 7 and y are multiplying, so we have to divide. And y should equal 3. And we can check our math. 7 times 3 plus 3 divided by 4. 7 times 3 is 21. 21 plus 3 is 24. 24 divided by 4 equals 6. So 6 does equal 6, so we're good. Another way I like to do these are with proportions. So let's say we had like x plus 9 over 8 equals 12. So what we can do is we can set this up as over 1. Remember, all whole numbers over 1. And we can cross multiply. So we'd have x plus 9 times by 1 and 8 times 12. And then 1 times anything with our distributive property, we know it's just going to x plus 9. And 8 times 12 is 96. And we subtract 9, and we have x equals 87. And that's a fun way to do. I kind of like this way better, but any which way works. Alright, one more page when we see the distributive property and solving. So we want to distribute is the same thing as writing. Remember, we need 2 groups of 5x plus 10. So 5x times 2 would be 10x. 2 groups of negative 10 would be negative 20. So our new problem we know is 10x minus 20 plus 6 equals 26. Now we want to combine our like terms. Our like terms with an x are 10x. Our terms without would be negative 20 plus 6. So negative 20 plus 6 equals negative 14. And now we must get rid of the variable. So really our equation now would be 10x minus 14 equals 26. We must get rid of our x, and to get rid of x, we must do the inverse operation. So we want to add. So we have 10x minus 14 is 26. Add 14, and we get 40 equals 10x. And we got to isolate, so remember 10x and 40 are multiplying, so we need to divide, and x should equal 4. Last one. So we want to distribute first. That's going to be our first one. So it's going to be negative 3 times 6 is going to be negative 18y. Negative 3 times 5 is going to be negative 15. And now we're really going to multiply negative 8 minus 15 plus that 9. And we got to combine our like terms. So we have negative 18y, we have an 8 plus a negative 15 plus a 9. Well, let's combine those. 8 plus negative 15 would be negative 7. Negative 7 plus 9 would equal 2. And now we want to rewrite this. So we have negative 18y plus 2 equals negative 22. And now we must get rid of this. So we want to get rid of y. To get rid of that, we must subtract. To do the we must do the to get rid of. Oops, sorry. This should probably be y. We do the inverse, so we have to subtract. So we're going to have negative 18y plus 22 equals negative, plus 2 equals negative 22. So subtract 2. We have negative 24, negative 18y. And remember, we're going to divide. Divide by negative 18, divide by negative 18. Y would equal 24/18, and we can simplify that. Remember, 6 goes into both, so it would be 4/3, or 1 1/3.